Top story this hour, Shoprite Nigeria, through their country manager, has reportedly denied the story making the rounds that it intends to exit the country. Country director, that is Chastex Consult Ini Archibong, in a telephone conversation with the Vanguard, said, quote, Shoprite is not leaving Nigeria. We have only just opened to Nigerian investors, which we have also been talking to just before now. We are not leaving. Who leaves over a $30 billion investment and closes shop? Doesn't sound right. We're only just giving this opportunity to Nigerian investors to come in and also help drive our expansion plan in Nigeria. So we are not leaving. I'm joined by the host of Arise Exchange, Boason Omofaye. Boason, thank you so much for joining me.
A pleasure being on your show.
We hope we do this more times over. Eh?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I want to first put up the statement that was in their trading results that Shoprite had up there. If we can get that up for our viewers, where they said they were discontinuing operations, just to interpret what it is that that they were saying. Some folks took that to mean that they were exiting. Okay, there it is. So following approaches from various potential investors and in line with our re-evaluation of the group's operating model in Nigeria, the board has decided to initiate a formal process to consider the potential sale of all or a majority stake in Retail Supermarket Nigeria Limited, subsidiary of Shoprite International Limited. As such, retail supermarkets in Nigeria may be classified as a discontinued operation when Shoprite reports its results for the year. Any further updates will be provided to the market at the appropriate time. Boss, in your interpretation, please.
Well, this is what a responsible listed company would do. And Shoprite is a responsible listed organization, company on the GSE. So it is responsible to say, look, we're in talks with potential investors who may want to buy all or part. What they set up in Nigeria was Retail Supermarkets Nigeria Limited. The brand name is Shoprite, which you see inside the building, and sometimes outside their facilities. Yes. So we need to understand how this works. So having this brand name and Retail Supermarkets Nigeria Limited, in which they are majority shareholders, and the company, according to Vanguard newspaper, quoting the country director says, yes, look, we are being in talks with Nigerian investors. In other words, they formed this company together called Retail Supermarkets Nigeria 15 years ago.
Yes.
And they said, bring in the brand, which is Shoprite. That name, Shoprite, is not Retail Supermarkets Nigeria Limited. Therefore, you bring in the brand, you're a majority shareholder, we are pushing it.
Yes.
Now, the Nigerian investors, according to these both reports, shows that they are talking, these investors now feel that, look, we want to increase our shareholding.
Yes.
Are you folks willing to sell? And they say, fine, we're willing to sell either 100 or whatever, whether majority or part, for whatever, whether at a premium or at whatever share price. This is a business deal which we've seen in any given environment. And that is why the company says, we're not leaving, Shoprite as a brand is not leaving Nigeria.
Okay.
But as a shareholder in a limited liability company known by Retail Supermarkets Nigeria Limited, registered with the CAC, we may no longer be the majority shareholder, or even if we sell 100% out of Retail Supermarkets Nigeria Limited, the Nigerian investors may say, sell that name, that brand, Shoprite, to us for XY amount of naira or dollars. And they can buy it. And they can say, fine, or we will retain the brand, we'll take XY profit or revenue, whatever, at the end of the year for using the brand in Nigeria. Such deals happen everywhere in the world, and that is why they quickly come to say, look, we're not leaving, we're not closing shop in Nigeria. There's a difference between closing shop and selling down on your shareholding in a particular company.
I'm with you.
All right? Yes. So that is what we need to understand on this. Now, the media will go out, as we expected, to interpret it to mean if you're selling down majority of your shareholding or part of it, that means you're exiting. That's a difference here. You can hold minority shares in which Nigerian investors believe that, yes, there's enough time and we can now take the commanding height of Retail Supermarkets Nigeria Limited, which uses the brand name Shoprite.
Fantastic. So shall we call it a divestment?
Of course, that was why I've read a few analyst reports within the last 1 hour by some of the biggest banks and biggest analysts in Nigeria and South Africa. And what they put in this report is it's a divestment. You can divest up to a certain level, and you can divest entirely and still retain the brand name to the new investors who are coming at whatever, and the existing majority shareholder might say, look, I don't want that brand name for you. I'm going away with I'm divesting in with my brand name. That could happen. But they said they will give full guidance in their full year report.
Yes.
But what they are saying is that they have been in fact, you'll be surprised that perhaps this deal has been concluded.
let me show you.
To read the analyst report, right. It might as well have been done. A done deal. You know, the plan is this. See, buy on rumors, sell on the news. If you're waiting, the deal is done.
It's gone. Let me show you this tweet. Let me show you the reaction to some folks out there. Lao Lu's tweet here, head of Shoprite, says Shoprite has been an important partner to our company. Really sad news about the news of their planned exit. Of course, it will hurt the economy more than it will hurt them. But expect to see celebratory explanations from the usual. This is he's misguided. He's not catching the big picture.
No, I don't get it.
He's doom and gloom.
See, Retail Supermarkets Nigeria Limited have locked down a good business deal over the last 15 years.
Yes.
99% or more of the employees of Shoprite are Nigerians.
Yes.
So Retail Supermarkets Nigeria Limited is a company registered under the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria, under the Companies and Allied Matters Act of Nigeria. So it's a Nigerian company. Now, when you look at Shoprite facility, which could be 2, 3, 4, 5 acres of land in Lagos elsewhere, you find Shoprite just acquiring just a few portion of it.
Yes.
Then you have other
ancillary businesses
doing business around the same place,
yes.
but attracted because it's called Shoprite. So Shoprite is the sugar on the table in which the rest of the ants try to circle around.
I like the analogy.
I understand that. Okay?
Yes.
But again, there are other people doing businesses. There are other brand names. There are telecoms companies doing business in there. There are those who are doing for the food business,
all these other things.
Whatever things are going in around there. So you find it as a mall. So Shoprite is a grocery company. Being a supermarket, okay, or running a mall is now a bit different.
Yes.
Okay, so if you go to a place like Houston, you find some big shopping malls with different brand names inside the mall. So the model, and that is why I love the statement the company Shoprite made, which was reported by Reuters and a few others, and said, look, the business model with which it came into Nigeria may need to be reassessed. If you look at other brand names like
other grocery brands
in Nigeria, they don't use the same model which Shoprite uses. So there's a different model. So Shoprite could have sat down in South Africa and said, look, this model with which we came into Nigeria 15 years ago is changing. We may need to change tack. So if they divest this year, who says they can't come back in 5 years' time?
Let's take a look at the stock. The stock, Shoprite's parent here, over on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Stock was actually up last time we checked. There we are. Shoprite Holdings, 10% up. I mean, when we were talked about this, you were careful to say that this is not as a result of the Nigerian news.
No, it's not. Because the earnings is coming on the street.
Right.
You see, you use the Twitter noise, what you call noise. We need to separate noise from news. People make a lot of noise on social media. News is very scarce.
Yes.
News is fact. Noise is not. So people will tweet a lot of noise around the news. If you're not careful as a financial or a business journalist, you get carried away in the noise rather than the news. Because this company is reporting better than expected numbers. And they are saying their numbers are good. The headline, earnings per share, they're breaking some forecasts. And investors believe that, yes, this is good. We love it. Their retail sales, whatever, within South Africa was also okay, excluding Nigeria.
Right.
It's about 1.64% or thereabout that I saw on Reuters report. Fine. So investors will react to those earnings. If they sell down on their investment in Nigeria, where do they go next? What do they do with the money when they sell down on their holdings in Retail Supermarket Nigeria Limited? All those will be provided in the financial statement that they will do. So business discontinuation, either partly or 100%, happens every minute, every second around the world. Even during this pandemic, banks are selling down units in every part of the world due to whatever. They're selling down their fixed income unit, they're selling down their equity business, they're selling down this. Deutsche Bank has done the same, has done similar things. Companies will always, it happens.
Right.
So we shouldn't get head over heels
over this
and think that Nigeria is collapsing, and that is why Shoprite is selling down on his
I have to take you to this quote from an private investment analyst, Christopher Gilmore. He says there are good riddance to Nigeria, almost impossible for any foreign company to do business there. Companies never know where they stand with the authorities, and there are constant disruptions and distractions. He's over in South Africa.
Nigeria is not an easy place to do business. So let's get this. Let's get it straight to the table, and let's undress in public. I like it.
Yes.
When you go to the marketplace, you undress in public. It's not easy to do business, either for a Nigerian business person in the country or foreigners. We have a number of issues, and we need to deal with this moving forward. Ease of doing business, rule of law, integrity of contracts, and what have you. So we need to put our house in order in terms of good governance, both on the public sector side and the private sector side. But again, that does not mean that Nigeria is a basket case.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Because again, within the last 15 years that Shoprite had been in Nigeria with that brand,
they've made profits?
No, not only have they made profit from Nigeria, other brands had come into Nigeria. And Spa had come into Nigeria. They are expanding. Then you find Nigerians who are doing business in Nigeria. You find the Indians, you have the Italians, you have the French. They're opening up restaurants. So the Chinese are doing business.
They drew them in.
So they're coming through in Nigeria, into Nigeria here, because again, they're looking at the demography, they're looking at the youth population. But again, we have problems around our exchange rate, our land borders, our ports, the problem with clearance of goods into port, the infrastructure, there's a problem. So we need to deal with these issues so that they are not always used as a case by others to think Nigeria is a basket case, because people will always use your fault lines to celebrate amplify other things that may be good you're doing.
He is the host of Arise Exchange, Boason Omofaye. Join him 7 p.m. every day. Fantastic analysis. Thank you so much for joining me.
We'll do this again.
We'll do it again.